Some always want caffeinated coffee, and others are going to need a decaf now and then. Everyone wants the best. Specialty coffee and milk-based espresso drinks made from whole beans ground fresh for every cup. So how do you keep everyone happy? Hey, coffee lovers, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. You know, for coffee drinks that'll knock your flavor socks off, whole beans ground fresh are the way to go, and bean-to-cup coffee machines are the super automatic way to that luxurious convenience. So if you're in a situation where you need on-demand caffeinated and decaf, say hello to the made in Switzerland Jura J8 Twin. With two bean hoppers, each feeding their own dedicated grinder, this solution to the decaf dilemma is just the starting point for elevating your coffee. Do you like flavored lattes? Use the J8 Twin's sweet foam function to infuse milk drinks with syrups like caramel, hazelnut, and of course seasonals like the ever popular pumpkin spice. Coming up in this video, you'll find out if this machine fits your style and needs as you learn how the machine operates, its capabilities, how to customize and create new drinks. I'll have test results for things like drink temperatures and look at how to maintain the machine. Bean-to-cup super automatic machines are all about convenience. Place a cup, select your drink, and the machine's going to do the rest for you. When making a drink on the J8 Twin, you can program the machine to use the beans in either grinder or choose a 50-50 mix from each. So you could do a half-caff or blend bean types to create new flavors. Now, technically, there are 31 specialty drinks on the menu. Now, in that number are variations like making two coffee drinks at the same time, extra shot drinks, and sweet foam versions of milk drinks. So for clarity, the true number of base drinks is 16. Here's the full selection and the custom options available for each. So you'll select your drink from the 6.7-inch touchscreen panorama coffee panel. There are 18 options there, which you can modify, rename, and reorganize if you like. Touching the menu button brings you to 4 available profiles where you can store 3 more drinks each. That's also where you access things like basic machine settings, diagnostics, and cleaning and maintenance functions. The J8 Twin comes standard with a Wi-Fi Connect system that allows you to use the Joe app to streamline your brewing process. Use it to set drink brewing parameters like temperature and volume, create and modify additional drinks, and even brew remotely from your phone, so as long as you have a cup in place. Lots of Jura machines make you purchase that separately, so it's a nice inclusion with the J8 Twin. Coffee-only drinks are dispensed from the main dual spouts, which have 4.5 inches of clearance. For milk-based espresso beverages, spouts to the right dispense milk and espresso and have 6.25 inches of clearance for taller cups. This machine has Jura's coffee eye. No, it's not watching you, it's watching your cup to help avoid brewing into the drip tray. It's a sensor that checks to see your cups in the right position before the machine brews. So if you go to make a coffee and there's no cup, it's going to let you know. Try to make a milk drink and put your cup under the coffee-only spout, and it's going to remind you to put it under the other spouts. Milk is brought to the spouts via a pickup tube. That tube can be dropped right into anything containing milk or connected to optional Jura accessories like a glass milk container or the Jura Cool Control, which holds milk at 39 degrees Fahrenheit for all-day availability. The stock milk pipe is clear, but you can spruce that up a bit with this stainless steel casing. Using the dial on the milk spout, you can adjust between a finely frothed milk foam and steamed milk to suit the drink being made and your preference. To produce high-quality drinks, the J8 Twin has some specialized features and controls, so let's take a look at those. The grinders are quiet compared to competing machines, and they have this cool trick. Listen to this. Now, I paused the video after the main grinding so you can hear what's going to happen next. So listen closely, and you'll hear the grinding burrs do a backspin. It's a unique feature I've only ever seen in high-end commercial grinders which clears the grinder of ground and partially ground coffee, so the next time it grinds, you get a clean, fresh dose. You know, think about it. When a grinder is spinning, doing its thing, and when it stops, there's going to be some coffee left in it. But backspin those burrs and all of that gets pushed out. So next time it runs, you're not mixing in ground coffee from the last time it did. Not only do you get fresh doses, but a lot of control with 8 coffee strengths ranging up to an industry-leading 16 grams per grind cycle. And make 2 espressos or coffees, and that's going to be done using 2 grind cycles for no reduction in strength. Another cool trick is boiler flushing before brewing. Jura calls it intelligent preheating. Now, on most machines, when you brew, there's going to be some water left in the coils of the thermoblock boiler from the last time you did. If water in the J8's thermoblock is stale, the machine flushes it before brewing, so you're always going to get fresh water. You know, always using fresh coffee and water is going to make a real difference in your drinks. Ground coffee is brewed using Jura's latest 3D tech, which flows water through ground coffee at multiple levels to extract more aroma and flavor. Espresso is brewed using PEP, the pulse extraction process, which pulses water through the ground coffee for richer extractions. When making taller regular coffees, PEP is going to be turned off and water flows faster through the coffee, avoiding bitter flavors. The sweet foam system is a core feature of the J8 Twin that distinguishes it from other machines. It's pretty simple, but the results are delicious if you like flavored drinks. Just fill the little container with your syrup and attach it to the nozzle. Now, I'll note, thick sauces don't work as well as standard syrups do. It's harder for them to incorporate completely into the milk. If you want to use, say, a chocolate syrup, you can mix a little hot water with it first to make sure it blends properly with the milk. Once you've got your syrup in place, simply select a drink with the sweet foam icon and it brews automatically. You can set any milk drink to use sweet foam. All the drink specialties on the menu come set to standard recipes, but of course you can customize those. So let's do a customized drink. We'll make a cafe latte to see how that works. To do that, just press and hold on the drink's icon. That brings up icons for the drink's parameters. In the center, you can select easy mode and use that for quick changes to coffee and milk volumes. Use the sliders to change those settings. Coffee volumes, those are going to be set in ounces or milliliters, and you can change the measurement units in the settings. Milk is programmed in seconds, so it's how long the milk dispenses. Now, it's done that way as different milk types, they're going to produce different volumes. When you have what you want, press the check mark and then save. For other settings, press the icon for the one you want to change. The top icons here are for grind setting. The next one sets which grinder to use and strength. This icon takes you to adjusting volumes like in the easy mode. This icon here takes you to available pre-selections for a drink, which can include the sweet foam option, extra shot, which runs a second grind cycle for a drink for double the strength, and the ground coffee option if you wanted to make a drink using pre-ground coffee loaded in the chute between the grind size adjustment controls. On the right screen, select this icon to change the name of a drink. Next to that, you can adjust the temperature between low, normal, and high. The last icon allows you to replace the product or reposition it on the screens. Now, when you're satisfied with a change, press the check mark and then save. From there, you can go on and continue to change other settings or press the X to return to the drink menu. Now, a couple of things to know about grind settings and selections. The aroma control works as a reminder to manually change your grind setting using the knobs up top. So if those knobs are not set to the size range you set for the drink when you attempt to brew, you're going to get a message to adjust them. If you don't, after about 10 seconds, the machine will go ahead and make the drink anyway. Under grinder settings, that's where you're going to select which grinder to use for the drink, or if you want a 50-50 mix from each, say for that half-caff. Using the touchscreen, you also select coffee strength in 8 levels with a coffee dose range of 5 to 16 grams. If using both grinders for a drink, the strength setting is going to apply to both. Icons on the drink menu let you know what, if any, pre-selections were made. So you'll see the S if a drink is going to use the sweet foam, a bean for the extra shot, and a scoop if the drink is set to use pre-ground coffee. When you go to make a drink, if you need to add pre-ground coffee or attach a syrup container for sweet foam, the display is going to walk you through exactly what you need to do. Settings on the J8 Twin are accessed by pressing the menu icon and then the gear icon. There you can set things like language and water hardness, set the number of additional profiles which can each hold 3 drinks, name the grinders, see product counters, set a switch off time, change measurement units, and more. Also under settings, you can select one of those profiles, run a cleaning operation, and run machine diagnostics. Maintenance is simple and guided via the Jura Cockpit feature, where all of your alerts are consolidated. When due, the menu bar is going to be red like mine here. Press that, and under the status is a list of any required maintenance items. Mine is showing a need to clean the coffee system. To run the cleaning, press the red bar, and the display is going to guide you through using a Jura 3-phase cleaning tablet in the pre-ground coffee doser. For the milk system, add the cleaning agent to the specialized container, place on the drip tray, and like the coffee cleaning, on-screen messages are going to guide you through what you need to do. The machine uses a Clearo Smart Plus water filter. Now, one comes with the machine. It has RFID, so the machine knows when a filter is installed, and it's going to calculate when it's time to change based on the number of brew cycles and your water hardness. You don't have to use a water filter, but if you do and replace it when alerted, you will never have to descale the machine. In the box with a J8 Twin, a Clearo Smart Plus water filter, and a filter casing to mount it in your reservoir. And a reminder, if you use a filter, you will never need to descale the machine. Love that. The special container for milk system cleaning and some milk system cleaner to get you started. There are 2 syrup attachments, a milk pipe and an extra froth nozzle, a coffee scoop and funnel for pre-ground coffee, a water hardness test strip, and a couple of those 3-phase cleaning tablets that should cover you for a couple of months, and a comprehensive user's manual. The J8 Twin is a relatively high capacity machine. The water tank holds 64 ounces. The drip tray is electronically monitored, so you're going to get an alert when it needs emptying. It pulls out from the front of the machine along with the used coffee box, which holds the results of about 16 brew cycles. There are 3 coffee temperature settings. Internally, brewing happens in the 195 to 205 Fahrenheit coffee brew temperature range, and our testing at the high setting, a 2.5 ounce espresso dispensed from the spouts in the high 180s and reached a max of 192. It was 169 finished in the cup. A 5 ounce coffee dispensed in the 170s and also finished at 169 in the cup. Froth milk temperature was in the mid to upper 150s out of the spout and finished at a hair over 150 in the cup. Now, those are all really good temps, and the milk froth, that's a little hotter than most of the machines I test yet, at the upper end of the range for best milk flavor. Whole fat dairy produces a nice silky froth and is our preferred milk type, but all milks, including non-dairy varieties, can be used in the machine, but do expect some variation in the froth quality by milk type, and consider using barista formulations if you're going to be using non-dairy types for best results. Programmable coffee drink volumes range from 0.5 ounces to 8 ounces, depending on drink type. Milk dispensing is programmed in seconds, so it may take you a little trial and error, with the milk you're using to determine the right time there. The J8 Twin is really easy to use, but I do have a few tips to help get the most out of the machine and some accessories to look at. First tip is how to set grind size. The basic rule of thumb here is finer for the shorter drinks like espresso and coarser for the longer drinks like regular coffee. If you're not doing decaf beans in one of those grinders, you could use one as a source for your espresso set to a fine grind size and the other as a source for regular coffee set to a coarser grind size. Second tip, use a water filter. If you do, you will never have to descale the machine and you're gonna get better tasting coffee. And that brings us to accessories. If you're into milk drinks, consider the Jura glass milk container. You can pull that from the fridge, connect the tube, make your drink, and then put it back in the fridge for later. There's also a glassette sleeve with a removable cooling pack that holds milk in the container cold for 2 hours. Or you go with Jura's Cool Control. It's ready to serve milk all day. It's refrigerated and continuously holds milk at 39 degrees Fahrenheit. For a luxe look, connect either of those using the flexible stainless steel milk pipe. Now, the machine comes with that water filter and cleaning supplies to get you started, but I would suggest picking up extra water filters if you're going to use them to avoid the descaling. If not using a water filter, have some Jura descaler tablets on hand and do descale the machine when advised. Also, have a supply of 3-phase cleaning tablets. How many you need, that's really going to depend on use, but from my long-term Jura use in a house of 3, I was doing it about once every month, month and a half. Milk system mini tabs, those work with the automatic cleaning program to remove milk fats and proteins to keep the tubes and frothing components clean. The J8's marquee feature is, of course, the dual grinders. That's, perfect if you need to switch between or mix regular and decaf coffee, or you could have one of those grinders for espresso and the other dedicated to regular coffee, or you can explore mixing coffee varieties. To the best of my knowledge, this is the lowest price machine with dual grinders. If you like flavored milk drinks, the sweet foam system is one of a kind. It goes beyond simply adding syrup to a drink and infuses that flavor directly into the foam. The drink selection is outstanding, as is drink quality, with enhancements like PEP and 3D brewing, the back spinning grinders, and intelligent heating. They are going to assure the freshest possible coffee and water. Plus, you've got a lot of control with 8 coffee strengths and big coffee dosing of up to 16 grams per grind cycle if you like it strong. Beyond that, Jura is known for ease of use and maintenance. You don't have to use a water filter, but if you do, and I really think you should, and the machine comes with one, you will never have to descale the machine. That's a feature exclusive to Jura machines. Milk and coffee system cleaning, it's about as easy as it gets. Now, if you have any questions about the Jura J8 Twin or anything coffee, use those comments and I'd be happy to get you a detailed answer. And if you love coffee and espresso as much as I do, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Mark. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back soon for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.